Chiefs training camp is right around the corner, and there are things that you need to know, things to watch during training camp that will help you get ready for the season. And so I'm going to explain a few of those things and why I think they're so important. Also, if you didn't know, training camp starts on July 29th and will be held in St. Joseph, Missouri. And it's actually open to the public. I believe you have to buy a ticket, but I'll leave all that information linked in the description. Before we get into it, I just want to say, if you're looking for a place where you can find NFL news and Chief news, then this might be the channel for you. Go ahead and check out some of my stuff. If you like it, consider subscribing. If not, totally fine. But only about 0.5% of all my viewers are subscribed. And so if you want to help out my channel, help me grow, then I would appreciate you leaving a like, leaving a comment, and subscribing, and just thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. So let's hop into it. First thing you should look out for is how is the corner group doing? With McDuffie and Watson gone, there are going to be a lot of questions surrounding the cornerback room in 2026. A lot of corners are young and unproven, and I think they're going to be the deciding factor on whether or not the Chiefs can go on a Super Bowl run. In my opinion, this is what we need to have success at the corner position. We need Monster Delane or Noah Williams to play like a top 15 corner. And then we need Christian Fulton and L'Jarius Sneed to play at least average, and we need them to have meaningful snaps. This is going to be such a big part of our season, and if our young guys can step up, it's going to be really good. If they can't, then we're probably going to lose some games, some really close games like we did last year. With that being said, I think that one of them will step up, and they can surprise people. I know a top 15 may seem a little unrealistic, but I think the way we've developed corners in the past, we have such a good history of developing corners. So I think we can really surprise people in that way. The second thing to watch is how does Mahomes perform with his knee injury. It will be hard to say how much he will actually be doing at training camp until we get more information from the Chiefs organization. But he is the deciding factor for the season. If he doesn't come back till week 4, we're going to be in a wayward position. Even with Mahomes coming off an injury, it will be much better for him to be playing those first 4 games over Justin Fields. And I know Justin Fields is a good backup, but Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league for a reason. And I like Justin Fields as a backup. I really do. He's probably one of the best backups in the league, but I just rather have Mahomes, obviously. I want to see how flexible he is and how good is he on the run. Is he even able to run? Can he put full pressure on that knee? These are all things I'm going to be watching for throughout the course of training camp. We'll be able to find out a lot about his recovery based on this activity during training camp. And for those say he won't be the same after his ACL, I think that is a possibility. However, many athletes have been able to come back from an ACL tear and be just as good. If you look at Tom Brady, he suffered an ACL and then went on to win multiple more Super Bowls. So I think Mahomes can do it too. We're just going to have to see how his knee has been progressing over the course of the offseason. The third thing to watch is how are our young wide receivers performing. As it stands right now, I don't know that we're going to sign another receiver. It doesn't look like it. To me, that could mean they feel pretty good with the young guys, or they just don't have enough money to sign a veteran. I do think that even if our young receivers don't break out, our offense can still be great due to the addition of Kenneth Walker, but it'd be much better if they're actually able to break out. However, the best case scenario is that Rice and Worthy are big contributors to the offense, and Thornton is constantly running great deep routes to help open up the deep ball and make teams actually respect it. And finally, if Cyrus Allen or Jalen Royals have meaningful catches sprinkled in throughout the season, maybe a crucial 3rd down here, 4th down conversion there, something like a Justin Watson type, then I think we're going to be in a great position with the wide receiver room. I could see us trading for someone in the middle of the season if our wide receivers are really struggling. I will say, though, I'm not a fan of trading for a big-time wide receiver because our cap situation is just pretty bad. And plus, we've seen Mahomes win consistently without a top-tier wide receiver. And I think if you look at the trend, yes, the Seahawks just won with JSN, but he's on a rookie contract. And it just shows, like, it's really hard to win a Super Bowl with a really great receiver. And so that's why I'd rather them not do, like, some splash deal in the middle of the season. The last thing you want to pay close attention to is our pass rush. And this is my biggest concern with the upcoming season, is that our pass rush won't be good enough. I like the additions to Mason Thomas and Peter Woods, but I'm worried it just won't be enough. Last year, if you remember, we were having a terrible time on 3rd down. It was terrible because every big 3rd down, we would give it up. on a passing play. It was like automatic. It was so frustrating to watch. Some of that was due to the corner play, but a lot of it was just due to us not being able to get to the quarterback. We could not get home with the pass rush, and it was so obvious, and it was just our biggest problem last year. Karlaftis, I really don't think is that kind of guy. He's great at many things. Stopping the run is just, he's really talented at it. Rushing the passer is just not his specialty. And Peter Woods could have big impact, but I think it will be hard for him to get significant playing time. And Armason Thomas is a rookie speed rusher, so maybe he'll be the answer. Maybe you just put him down, put him in on obvious passing downs and let him go to work. But, he's a smaller guy, and I think those take more time to develop in the NFL. FAU is looking like a bust, but he did have some hype during training camp last year before he had that really bad hamstring injury, which caused him to miss all of last season. And so I don't know who will step up, but someone will need to if we're going to compete this year. Someone will need to step up. And maybe that's Chris Jones. I know he's getting old, but maybe he has another season of just a really dominant play in him, and now that he has a little bit more of a supporting cast, he'll actually be able to unlock that. I think he did have a down season. That could be just because he's getting old, or maybe it's just because he didn't have the people around him to help him be successful. But yeah, one of them will have to make an impact on defense if we're going to win a lot of these games. Now you know what to look for during the Chiefs training camp. Thank you so much for watching, and I just want to reiterate, if you're looking for a place to stay up to date with all of the Chiefs training camp news and just NFL news in general, then please consider subscribing, and yeah, appreciate it. I'll see you guys later.